So it's a Wednesday, and I'm here to give you some tech talk. What Dr. Michael Ejapon just said a few moments ago about creativity just sparked my mind about how people can actually do creative stuff with their computers or technology, as a matter of fact. Now, creative stuff involve art, music, photos, videos. Let's start off with photo editing. We like taking pictures. We're very visual people. People like taking pictures. And after you take these pictures, you want to edit them, make them look very good. Now, some of these softwares to do these things are usually paid softwares, but we did a collection of some of the best free ones that you can find on the internet and try your hands on them while you are under lockdown. So number one would be Adobe Photoshop Express. If you're using a Windows computer, you can actually download it from the Microsoft Play Store, Microsoft App Store. If you're using an Android phone, you get it from the Play Store. If you're using an iPhone, you can get it from the App Store. Now, after Adobe Photoshop Express, you have the GIMP. GIMP is actually also a photo editing software. It's free. It's available on Windows and Linux, and it allows you to edit stuff like you would do in Photoshop. It's free. So you can add layers, you can mask pictures, you can basically montage pictures and do all sort of professional stuff that you could do to photos. And you can see on your screen as a screenshot of what it looks like. Sometimes you see pictures and people say, oh, this is Photoshopped. Oh, this was edited. People use softwares like the GIMP if they can't afford Photoshop to do this. Now, next up, we have Paint.net. Now, that's for beginners, and it's actually only available on Microsoft. So if you're using Windows-based computer, you know of Microsoft Paint. It's a software that we've all used when we're kids or when we started using a computer, where you take the paint brush and then you draw and make all sorts of creations. Paint.net takes that to a different level, and it's available on your desktop. You can just Google it, Paint.net, download it, and then start editing and creating stuff out of it. Now, off from photo editing, let's go into video editing, or actually music production. So I love music, and I'm sure everyone loves listening to music. And you're probably wondering, how can I make music from the comfort of my home while in lockdown, because you can't probably go to the studio? So here are a few free softwares that you can use if you're a beginner. Now, if you use Apple, you use a Mac or an iPad, you can download GarageBand. GarageBand is a free software that you can use to make very nice, beginner sounds music. You can create songs from existing loops, and you can create your own loops, or you can create your own sounds by recording them, arranging them in your timeline, and creating a very great composition for yourself. Away from GarageBand, we have Darkwave Studio, which is also Mac-based, is another Mac-based. A lot of creative people like using Macs because they say it makes them more creative. So you can use Darkwave Studio. It's equally as easy to use as GarageBand. It allows you to do performance mode stuff. That means that you connect your microphone and record stuff, connect your keyboard, play and record. After that, if you're using a Windows machine, well, Darkwave is also available on Windows. Audacity is an audio editing and production software. You can find that also free. Just Google Audacity, and then you can use that. You can record sounds, you can layer sounds, and create your own production. If you have a guitar, you have a keyboard or something at home, you can connect it to your computer and then play away. There's also LMMS. LMMS stands for Linux Multimedia Studio. So if you're using Linux, and I'm sure a lot of you probably are using Windows or Mac, but there are some people that use Linux, and it's always been a challenge because all the great softwares are available on Windows and Mac. But LMMS, Linux Multimedia Studio, is available for you. Traction T7. Traction is also another great software for making music. After this, we move to videos. Now, so you've learned photo editing, you've learned music production. You want to learn how to put these together into a nice little montage or a music video. You can get these softwares, and they are free, that can help you do this. So number one, the free video editing software will be Blender. And Blender is available on Windows, Mac, and Linux. Blender allows you to create stuff, videos, even 3D animations. You can also download Lightworks, which is also free for basic video editing. It's available on Windows, Mac, and Linux. And then there's Shortcut. Shortcut is also available on Windows, Mac, and Linux. It's also a great video editing software for starters. And then there's DaVinci Resolve, but that is paid. It's not free. So if you want to draw and you are like, you're one of those people, you have a drawing tablet, or you've got yourself a touchscreen computer and you might want to draw, you can get paint.net, like I mentioned. It also allows you to do pen input. GIMP, like I mentioned in the previous post, also allows you to do touch drawing. And then next up, we have Corel Painter. So you probably have heard of Corel Draw. Now that's a great app for also making drawings on your computer. And then we have Krita, finally. That's also a great app. So finally, for our final video for the day, we had a military man who came out to dispel rumors that the military were beating people out there who were breaking the lockdown rules. And he came to say some of these videos were actually very old videos that people are repurposing just for the sake of mischief and trying to get social media validation. So here's the video.
I want to emphasize that most of us Ghanaians are religious. We are either Christians or Muslims or traditional religious worshippers. And we know that telling lies about somebody is something that God does not permit. So those who are doing it, I don't know what your agenda is. Please, God does not permit what you are doing. Stop it. And let's encourage our officers and men in the field. Let's encourage them to do the job and do it well. I have got tremendous support from some of the MCEs. They assisted me to get the forward operating bases, and they visit the soldiers regularly. These are the sort of collaboration we want from you Ghanaians. Not the type of thing you put on the social media to run us down, to discourage the soldiers who are doing their best to ensure that we all prevent or curtail the spread of this pandemic.
That was Brigadier General A.Y. Nsia talking about how people were just putting out old videos and how Ghanaians are religious people. And please, let's stop mischief. Let's be real with ourselves and let's be truthful out there. All too soon, our time is up. My name is Kobe Spike Nkrumah. This has been JoyNews Interactive. I'll catch you tomorrow with some new stuff that's trending on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So get interactive, get online, get in touch. See you tomorrow.